Welcome to our early summer video. Everything is awake now and looking very, very beautiful. And so I want to show it all off. So let's go look at some trees. One of my main goals this season is to rebuild my specimen inventory. It's kind of across the board. People want specimen trees. They love the little ones, but they want something really super special in their collection. And so we sort of have done that. First tree I want to talk about is a Hinoki Cypress, very stylized. It's sort of a slant, but you know, it's a large tree and a very, very good buy for what it really is. This next tree is a ball cypress. It's another year of ball cypress and redwoods being just about the most exciting species we deal with. And so I want to talk about this tree in particular. It is a ball cypress. It's in a beautiful Tokanami pot, one we wish we could get again or something similar. It's just very, very difficult, but this one is perfect. It's a perfect marriage for pot and tree. Ball cypress don't grow this way. It takes a lot of work to get one ramified to this level. And this one has been picked on for many years. It has a gorgeous nabari. It tapers. It has a beautiful, nice straight trunk, and then tapering to the top. And the branches just picked to death where they're just perfectly padded out. Next tree is a collected mountain hemlock. It was collected in the Vermont area over 30 years ago. And of course they don't grow this way. It's been very stylized. Lots of wiring has happened. Beautiful movement. It just, you know, the drama is incredible. The pot, perfect marriage of pot and tree again. This is another Tokanami pot. And this is back when we had choices in pottery, the different shadings of the different brown unglazed pots. And it's great to see another one. It's been a very enjoyable azalea season with the Satsuki azaleas. Several from Japan, several that are domestically grown, but they bloom their little hearts out, and they're still blooming. The Rukazans still have, they've actually put on a second full set of blooms just with a little bit of trimming. It's been one of those seasons that I did get the Japanese ones from Japan in, and I'm just chomping at the bit to start styling them. But they've been so beautiful that I've let them sort of bloom, at least part of their bloom. Some we removed. But anyway, I'm excited now that we can get in there and, you know, remove a lot of the new suckers. This is the time to open up your azaleas. The window, you have another, basically another month window to do this. And this is when you can get pretty aggressive with removing the ups and downs of limbs to expose this awesome, awesome trunk. Maybe I'll just spend about 30 seconds showing you on one spot how you can do that. These imports have incredible movement. The Japanese have given them a beautiful natural curve, and it's just very well done, and we want to expose that. And this is the time of year, this is the only time of year that we can really do that effectively. I've just removed a few pieces kind of coming toward the front, and things were going up and down. I haven't done the back, so you can kind of see what we started with. This is another one of the imports. This is one of the little, very small shohin size, and it's still blooming. I'm actually going to just remove the rest of these blooms so I can start working on my azaleas. So, but I just wanted to open it up just very, very slightly by getting rid of a couple of the suckers, where you could actually see inside the curve of the tree. and it's been waiting for this for a while. I'm excited to do it. If you can see now, the wonderful Nabari, the very fast taper, and actually has movement. This is a champion. In 2 weeks, we hold our first mountain planting class. That's where we use craggy mountain stones that are so suitable for this. The natural crags, the cavities, give us an opportunity to put trees within the cavity. We tie them in, and it's just like we're doing it. It's instead of the bonsai pot. This has a very large cavity. It needed to be for this this old guy here, this ball cypress. But most of the trees are going to be more like the one that this black pine is residing in. And this is another example of putting a larger plant in a larger cavity. A lot of the stones, and it's a good thing, they're a little bit more manageable when they're this size, especially if it's your first one. We'll have the stones that are available to purchase, and then we'll have just an awesome number of really cool little plants, tiny leaves, junipers, as well as deciduous trees to place into the cavities in the stones. It's amazing what we can do in 4 hours building this. Next tree is a Japanese beech, a very sought after species to build a forest with, and this one's very well done. I caught most of the leaves when they were unfurling, so they're nice scale. So this is just a beautiful plant. The pot is very suitable for it. Want to mention, on the subject of Japanese beech, a friend of mine did this, and unfortunately I don't do a lot of air layering. I don't have time, but he does. And this was a top of one of his Japanese beeches. And the wonderful thing about it is not just that you gain 2 trees. It's the top tree will have a better possibility of better branches, and an air layer can form a better nabari because a lot of the beeches will not form an awesome nabari. This one actually has an awesome nabari. It has that classical beech type of branching. I love it. The next tree is a Japanese maple forest. These are seedling trees, and pretty well matched up. The main tree is actually kind of coloring, but it did that last year also, so it just does that a little bit on the early side, and the other ones will catch up. Next tree is a Japanese Acer palmatum. It's a clump style. It's almost leading us to a raft style, but it's a gorgeous, very different planting. This tree will show off in the fall. It's going to have beautiful, beautiful fall color. This tree holds up well until the color time happens. So just a very interesting, different planting. This guy is super nice. It's a trident maple. It's been styled for a number of years, and it has most of the attributes that you could ever ask for in a bonsai tree. It has the way the rootage goes into the soil. It's just super strong, and that's just something that doesn't happen without a lot of work. And it's just an amazing feat. And then the next near perfect attribute, the branching. The branches, you don't have out of scale branches that are smaller on the bottom and larger on the top. They start out correctly, and they stagger very nicely. You've got a good depth, you've got a good width, a good depth, and it's going to be a nice silhouette tree in the wintertime. I love this tree. Well, this is one of our favorite destination spots in the nursery, especially for people who want to purchase trident maples for future forest. Actually, we're doing a root over rock class where we're going to use some of these because they're actually perfect for that. We're going to obviously we're going to defoliate them to make this available or make it happen. But nicest thing is plant these in the ground. In 5 years, you will be totally amazed at what you'll have. This is a great time. We have a good selection of several different sizes of redwoods. In fact, yesterday was Saturday, and we probably sold as many redwoods as any other species of tree. And it's too late to do any plantings with them, but it's a great time to start the work on ramification and just growing them now to be ready for next spring's planting. In our early video, I showed off the Catlin Elms, and I liked them then, and I love them now because they're just doing magical things. They have gorgeous nabari and too many branches, but that's your job, is to decide which ones to leave and which ones to take. But it's a tree. I'm just glad to have a nice number of these on this side of the planet. We have released a very, very nice, varied size group of Kingsville boxwoods for this season. Yesterday, it was like, if it wasn't a redwood selling, it was a Kingsville boxwood. They look incredible. They've had a great growing season, and we have so many different sizes. We have the little 4-inch size in a small bonsai pot or unpotted, up to these that are 30+ years old, that are just like live oak trees that you can create wonderful bonsai. Thank you for taking the time to view this video. We started doing this when the sun was out, and right now we're getting some more rain as we've had so much of it lately. So thanks for taking the time to view it. I look forward to talking to you very soon.